In the annals of military history, few operations evoke such a potent mix of valor and tragedy as the story of the British 1st Airborne Division at Arnhem. In just 9 days, a force of over 10,000 elite paratroopers and glider troops was effectively destroyed, with fewer than 2,400 men escaping back across the Rhine. The rest were killed, wounded, or captured. This was Operation Market Garden. On Sunday, September 17, 1944, the largest airborne operation ever conceived began. The strategic objective was audacious: to secure a series of bridges in the Netherlands, culminating at Arnhem, and open a corridor for Allied armor to punch into the German industrial heartland of the Ruhr, potentially ending the war by Christmas. The 1st Airborne, under Major General Roy Urquhart, was tasked with the deepest and most critical objective: the road bridge over the Lower Rhine at Arnhem. The plan began to unravel from the first hour. Due to airspace constraints and a shortage of transport aircraft, the division had to land in 3 lifts over 3 days, drastically reducing initial combat strength. The primary landing zones were over 8 miles from the bridge itself. Only the 2nd Parachute Battalion, led by Lieutenant Colonel John Frost, managed to fight its way to the northern end of the Arnhem Bridge. There, roughly 740 lightly armed paratroopers dug in. They faced the unexpected and devastating presence of 2 SS Panzer Corps refitting in the area. The paratroopers were armed with Sten guns and Piat anti-tank projectiles, weighing 32 pounds and effective only at point-blank range against the 45-ton German Panther and Tiger tanks mounting high-velocity 75mm and 88mm guns. For 4 days and nights, Frost's men held the bridge approach against relentless armor and infantry assaults. Without resupply, their ammunition, food, and water dwindled. By Thursday, September 21st, their position was untenable. The main divisional perimeter, now compressed into a tiny pocket at Oosterbeek, was under constant artillery and mortar fire. Relief from the advancing British XX Corps, delayed by fierce resistance on the single elevated highway, never arrived. On the night of September 25th, the order was given for the survivors to withdraw across the river. Under darkness and heavy fire, less than a quarter of the original division made it to the south bank. The strategic aftermath was a stinging Allied defeat. The front line stabilized, condemning the Netherlands north of the rivers to a brutal winter of famine. The operation proved that large-scale airborne forces could not operate in isolation against heavy armor without immediate